My name is Yuto Tanaka. I am an ordinary office worker at a publishing company. My publishing company is a small family-owned business, but I have no complaints. The president of the company is passionate and employee-oriented. He's a man of character who works hard for his company. The employees, including myself, were attracted by his passion, and we all worked hard to make the company as prosperous as possible. However, the situation changed drastically when the president passed away last year. Originally, the president had a chronic illness, and I heard that he was preparing to replace the president. The next president, Mayumi Ichinose, was the worst of the worst. Mayumi Ichinose is the daughter of the former president, and she was his favorite, but she was a hypocrite. Once she became the new president, she stopped doing her job and started to spend the company's money lavishly. She was strangely devious, and she favored the old and powerful employees. Thanks to her, they could slack off as much as they wanted, and the company's management started to fall apart. The younger employees were forced to work like horses to clean up the mess.
Sister? No, boss! If you continue like this, we're really going to lose our footing. We should get our act together, and we can start any time now. Shut up, I'm the boss. If you're going to talk like that, Asuka, you just do that. I've given you discretion, so do as you like, please.
The new president's sister, the vice president, Asuka Ichinose, had also complained to the new president several times. However, the new president still refuses to listen to any of her complaints.
So yeah, damn that stupid sister.
Every time Asuka-san would call me up, I have to listen to her complaining while drinking like this. Asuka-san was originally my boss, the one who was in charge of my training. She is very caring and friendly. Even after she left my training, and even after she became the vice president, she has always taken care of me. And lately, she's been complaining about the new president. You are drinking too much, Asuka-san!
But you know, how can we rebuild the company with a president like that?
I agree with you, but...
Right? That's why I'm appointing you as editor-in-chief.
Out of the blue? At first, I thought she was joking, but it seems she is serious. I asked her for more details. Apparently, there is an open position for the editor-in-chief of a literary magazine that was launched right after the company was founded. I know the name of the magazine, but I think its sales were not so good. It's hard to recover a magazine sales that's been on a steady decline. But if Asuka-san succeeds in this could be the catalyst for the company's revival.
It's a literary magazine that has lived with our company for a long time. I'm sure this will make other projects succeed as well.
That's a lot of responsibility.
Don't worry, I trust in your work. You can do whatever you want. We have nothing to lose because of my sister. I'll leave it to you, Yuto.
It was just a conversation over drinks, but Asuka-san's eyes were very serious. The next day, I became the editor-in-chief of the literary magazine with a formal letter of resignation. Apparently, the department had already been informed of my appointment, and everyone in the department accepted me with a smile. We immediately started planning to revive the company.
I'd like to put out a big ad.
What's the point of an ad if it doesn't have the right kind of catchy information?
Well then, why don't you get a famous author to write?
Will anybody write it for us? It wasn't just me and Asuka-san who were smoldering. Everyone at the meeting was very proactive in offering their opinions. If we want to get to the level the vice president is aiming for, we have to approach people other than the existing buyers. Yes, maybe we should ask to the famous actors or the YouTuber. Like, not just novelists, which we used to. How about asking a celebrity who doesn't usually write for us? We decide on a theme and ask them to write on that theme. I think it would be a good incentive for the readers who don't usually pick up literary magazines to buy them. That sounds interesting. It seems to have a high affinity with advertisements. Existing readers may leave. Or maybe not. What we're looking for is a catalyst to get the company going. If we show that we are willing to change, not only the readers, but the whole company will be excited. Now that everyone is convinced, we have started to work on the project. I was the editor-in-chief of the magazine, and I worked very hard to negotiate with the writers. It was an almost unknown literary magazine. At first, I didn't have a clue what to do with it. The magazine suddenly changed its style, and the writers who had been with us up to that point were reluctant to do so. But none of us gave up. We carefully checked the writer's career to date, their works and hobbies, and even the smallest comments on social networking sites. We also analyzed the writer's personality and repeatedly approached them. Not just for novelists, but even for actors and YouTubers who don't usually write novels. We never forget to respect them, and we worked hard to promote the benefits of their participation. The whole department worked hard and put in a lot of effort. Because of our hard work, the project was completed in a way that was beyond our expectations.
It's great! Look at our first day sales! Every bookstore has placed additional orders.
Well, it's worth all the ads we put up everywhere. It's also getting a lot of attention on social networking sites.
Don't get carried away. These fads are temporary, and luck is a big factor. Let's make sure to connect the second and third arrows and make the popularity take root.
You're grinning too.
Well, that's... You should be happy about what you have done. But the editor-in-chief is right. Let's work on the next project. But first, we have a lot of work to do, such as putting out additional ads for the reprint.
Let's all do this!
That night, I went out for a drink with Asuka-san. It was a bit of a launch party.
Didn't you invite anybody from your department?
I thought I'd let them spend the day with their family and partner. We've been working late all day and it's been a bit overwhelming.
You're either being very nice or very serious. But it's really great. It's even being talked about within the company. I'm sure my sister must be frustrated.
You seem happy.
Of course I am. Like what she did to our company. She's given me a lot of trouble.
Then Asuka-san complained as much as she could. She says that her sister, who has a good sense of humor, has been taking all the good things from her. But I learned my job by watching your back. I respect and appreciate you more than anyone else.
Really? I don't feel bad if you say so, Yuto.
Besides, the president's bad reputation is already known in the company. This project is Asuka-san's special project. I'm sure your reputation within the company will improve.
You praise me a little too much. Are you drunk? You know what, Yuto? You said you gave the members more time to spend with their families and partners. And are you just going to sit around here?
Well, I'm ashamed to admit it. I've been working so much that I haven't had a chance to meet anybody.
You're so withered. And I am too.
You started the conversation, and why are you the one who's depressed? And so, our literary magazine continued to make great progress. Asuka-san was right. This must be the catalyst for the company's revival. I was thinking, I can't believe the president called me out of the blue. What in the world is going on? One day, I was called to the president's office. Asuka-san had told me to be careful around her sister, but... Excuse me.
Oh, Tanaka-kun, you're fired.
What?
Because you and Asuka planned the coup d'etat. Any rebel who defies the president deserves to be fired, don't you think?
Coup d'etat? What are you talking about? That's not what...
The proof is out there. You're acting all high and mighty just because you've sold one magazine. Of course Asuka is fired too. You both need to reflect on your foolishness in defying me.
How can you? I did as I was told and I was abruptly fired. There were legal ways to fight it, but the former president and Asuka-san are gone now, and I had no more energy left to try to stay in this company. A few days later, Asuka-san called me. I went to the bar where she told me to come. What? You started a publishing company?
Yes, I was so disappointed in her too. She made up a story to get rid of me. That's how much of a threat she must have felt to me and Yuto. That's why I don't care about her anymore. I've decided to have my own beliefs and work hard elsewhere. That's why, Yuto, I want you to come to my company. My company needs... No, I definitely need Yuto, right?
Oh, you're sure it's me?
Of course. I decided you'll be the first one I invite.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Please, let me work for you.
You make our company so much more better.
Did you say you asked me first? That means your company is only me as an employee?
Yeah, it's just you and me. Are you excited?
No, that's definitely not enough to run a company. I'm not so excited, but I'm nervous. I think the randomness of it all is like the same old Asuka-san style though. There was also a sense of excitement, like when I was asked to be the editor-in-chief of a literary magazine. And I should say that Asuka-san is just as good as I think she is. She quickly recruited the necessary personnel, including an accountant, and the friends we worked with on the project at the literary magazine. After that, the new president said, "This is my project," and started making crazy demands.
She would push ideas that were obviously not good enough, and the assigned tasks also became ridiculously too much.
Then, the former vice president approached me. I had no choice but to transfer.
Everyone, thanks.
And also, the writers who were involved in the literary magazine, they said they want to cooperate with us right away.
Really?
Thanks to the trust we've built up over the years, soon everyone will be busy.
Yes! Then, we launched our first literary magazine at the publishing company that Asuka-san had started. It's almost the same concept as the one that we had started at our previous company. Naturally, we had to compete with our former company and other companies that copied our literary magazine. But, as a result, our literary magazine was a historic hit from the very first issue! Our writer-friendly approach was widely accepted by readers and writers. But that doesn't mean that the quality of other literary magazines is bad. There are a lot of amazing projects the other literary magazines make. I'm sure this industry will continue to thrive in the future. Except for one company.
Damn, how did this happen?
The previous company's magazine, which was supposed to be a forerunner, had lost its reputation. It carried amateurish, low-quality writing, and its projects were boring. Rumor has it that because of the arrogant attitude of the new president, many writers and clients had left. Bankruptcy is just around the corner. But the old and powerful management employees have a bad reputation, and they have nowhere to go.
I got a call from my sister the other day. She said hire me. Who's going to hire her? I don't think her as my sister anymore. Yeah, too bad for her. She deserves it.
Somehow, even if you become a successful president, Asuka-san, you're not going to change.
Of course not. I'm still me. You're going to have to listen to me complain a lot forever.
I'm honored. Asuka-san's company continued to grow and produced a variety of hits. I became the president of the company, and I supported Asuka-san, who was always leading everyone, and sometimes being pushed around. We became one and only partners in both public and private life, and lived a fulfilling life together.